like, comment, and share our videos. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and remember to hit on the notification bell below for more updates. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome to another episode of the Cover Up Show, the show designed to demystify the personality of the Muslim woman, giving her a voice and celebrating her. I'm Rahmat Wasim, your host. Let's ginger ourselves up with a little motivation. Today's motivation says that there's no royal road to anything. One thing at a time, all things in succession. That which goes fast withers rapidly. That which goes slowly endures. Enjoy your hustle. Go through the mill, and it is through the mill that you learn, you experience, and you can tell a better story. Today we have this from Josiah Gilbert Holland, an American novelist and a poet. Continue to like, comment, and share our videos on our Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember to hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you so much. Any form or manifestations of action that deny social participation or human rights is deemed as discrimination. In general, Ghana is a peaceful place, and there's been major landmarks to achieve this. Discrimination on the societal generality is not deemed as existing. There's religious freedom in Ghana, freedom to associate, and indeed our constitution ensures this. However, Ghana, there are confirmed cases of personal accounts of victims citing officials of public institutions perpetuating some form of discrimination based on their faith, gender, their ability or inability, and other forms of discrimination. In 2019, a group of Muslim women embarked on a march on the theme hijab is an identity, a campaign that they ran because of some of these personal accounts. One too many, there's been instances of discrimination against Muslim women, and they were refused or denied of participating in social activities because they wanted to wear their hijab. Today our conversation is simply going to be on the discrimination against Muslim women, and we're going to listen to this from the perspective of two beautiful Muslim women themselves who have experienced one form or the other, some subtle and sometimes glaring discrimination against them. Both are pursuing BA in psychology with the University of Ghana, the Premier University of Ghana. To my far left, I have Sister Muhaimin Ando. You're welcome to the program. And my immediate left, May Sarah Ando. Yes, they're sisters. And they are both on campus together. Assalamu alaikum and welcome once again to Cover Up. All right. You know, in my intro, I spoke generally about discrimination, but before we go on, I wanted us to just appreciate when someone says discrimination is being discriminated against. What does it mean? What does discrimination? I'll start with you, Tando.
Okay. Discrimination, that is simply differentiating between people with differences that you perceive them like to be. Maybe you have a Muslim and then you are a Christian, because you perceive Muslims to be maybe this particular way, so you think they are not part of you, and that is a sign of discrimination. You thinking somebody is not part of you because of what you think, it's a sign of discrimination. So that is where it begins from.
Okay. Mr. Mason, I would like to share something.
I'd like to take heads and just add a bit to it. Okay, so discrimination is simply distincting two people or groups, like perceiving where they are from, or like categorizing them according to like where they come from,
their race,
like their race,
their beliefs,
or something. You might not have the common belief with them, but like since you think yours is best or something, you would feel they are different, or they have a different path or a different race. So like you just distinct them and think they are from a different perspective. So like basically that's what I think discrimination.
But that brings me to my next question, given like combining the two definitions that you gave me, that what are the forms or types or like the basis on which someone can get discriminated against?
Okay, so as you said, the basis on which somebody can get discriminated against. For me, I think a person or an individual or group of people could get discriminated against due to anything at all. Anything. Being it religion, being it ethnic group, where you come from, or anything at all. So for me, that is what I think. It could be anything.
Okay, so as she's saying, it could be anything, but there are some major ones that are very common in the society we live in. Say physical appearance, what she was saying, color. It could be other things, but
like your race.
Yeah, your race, like where you come from and other things. It could be your race, it could be your religion, it could be your tribe, ethnicity. It could be other things, so many things are there that can bring about discrimination.
Then even your sex can come in.
Even gender, gender discrimination is also there.
When someone says that I've been discriminated against, how is that? To say that I've been discriminated. Okay, someone discriminated against me today. When someone says that, how do you paint that picture? What would be the best way to paint the picture?
It's actually a bad feeling to get discriminated against, because it's like you are not part of the society those discriminating against you belongs to, and it is nowhere acceptable. We are all human beings, and Allah Almighty created all of us, being it's black, white, or any other thing. So you having a different belief, or you having a different color, or you having a different culture doesn't make you different from human beings. We are still a human being. All we need to do is accept the fact that we are all on the same level. Then you don't need to discriminate against somebody, because it's a bad feeling. I'm sure you, the person discriminating against, if it were to be you would have felt really bad. So it's not
so it's the feeling. It's the feeling that you get that will make you see that you've been discriminated against. Then my other question, because human beings, we are created by default to do good things. We want to always go out of our way to please other people. Like we are programmed to do good, and why would someone choose to discriminate against someone? I'll go to start.
Okay, I think sometimes it's not the person's will or like something to discriminate other people. Sometimes it's what they have been taught, where they had from like infancy, where they started from. People, they are told maybe blacks are this, black have this character, Ghanaians have this behavior. So they also think Ghanaians are different. Ashantis behaving.
So like, that brings in the stereotype.
Yeah. So like the other behaviors, they think it's not part of them. They think it's different and it can't be acceptable. That's what brings discrimination. I think like it starts from somewhere. Everything that happens has to start from somewhere. So it's not like they just come up, get up and start discriminating or something.
So the stereotype,
the generalized idea about
the nurturing, things that went into, okay, these people are like this, these people are like that. It makes an imprint in their minds.
Exactly.
So is that the only way people get, get up and start discriminating against other people?
I would say sometimes knowledge is really a great point when it comes to this. I think some people,
or in other words, ignorance is the issue.
Yeah, ignorance is the issue. Some people have less knowledge about this, and then they don't even know what they are doing at all. That's the problem. The person doesn't even know what she is doing is going to hurt someone, or what he or she is doing is discriminating against someone.
Yes.
So sometimes it's not really their fault, and as she was saying, it's from the start, what they were taught, what they know, how they were brought up. If somebody was brought up differently, that means they are not part of them. So it was right from the beginning. That is what I'm saying.
Okay,
so we've seen the stereotyping, we've seen ignorance, and you were going to add another thing.
I would like to add one to it, from which I've thought about it a lot. I think experience also brings discrimination. Let me cite an example. I might be experienced in one area, and then there would be another individual who will join me. Because I think the person just joined, the person has less experience. So I think the person is not well to do in that area. So I feel higher than the person. So I tend to discriminate
So
that
like
person.
pride?
It could be like pride. It could be pride or in any other forms. It could be pride. It could be pride too. So
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case, we are all prone to discriminating against someone one way or the other.
one or the other, yeah.
You know, because sometimes actions and inaction in a way affects other people. For us here in Ghana, do we have any thing that suggests that there's discrimination? Because on a general look, our constitution ensures that everybody has the freedom of thought, freedom of association. We have our legal system, we have the security, and everybody benefits from our healthcare. Would you say that we have some form of discrimination in the country?
Yeah. I would say yes, but it is not their fault. It's like they are doing it not knowing what they are doing, and it's from. You see,
so you are seeing it from the individual point of view, not institutionalized
not
discrimination.
Institutionalized discrimination. No. From the individual point of view. You see, some measures are not being put in place, and I think it's because they are not aware. There are certain things that we are being discriminated against, and people don't see it to be discrimination, not at all. Even those around you think, what is it? And yes,
it's okay.
Yeah,
no.
So that is it. They don't know what they are doing, and it's a feeling, as I say. So it's the individual that gets hurt. The other party doesn't know what is going on. So that is it. That is the. But I'm sure the constitution has put in place a lot of measures to exempt some of these examples of discrimination you've made mention of.
What could be the negative fallout from discrimination in general?
Can I say the impacts?
Yeah, the impact of it.
Okay. So, impacts of discrimination are a lot. A lot in number. Let me take one. Say infringement on the rights of the person, on the individual.
Because you discriminate against
the person. You deny the person of the right
and
access to something. Yeah, very well. So let's take freedom of worship, which is one of like our rights as individuals. We've been granted the freedom of worship. We should be allowed to perform how do I even put it? Manifest our faith anywhere we go in Ghana here. But then it doesn't bring itself, like it's not happening. It's not always the case. Like for instance, in our high schools and stuff, you can take some high schools which are government high schools, not precisely for any denomination or something, but the Muslims or the Christians might be denied of their faith because of the principal or the headmaster or headmistress. The headmistress's faith.
Growing up, there was a school that we attended. At the beginning, we were all wearing our earrings to school. At a point, the proprietors got married to an SDA and said everybody shouldn't wear earrings. We should all take their earrings. It was aggressive just because she believes that she shouldn't. That's not to downplay anybody's belief. No, that's not what I mean. But what I'm trying to say is that just because of your individual belief, it should not stop me. So it's
really happening.
Because I also have a right to wear my earrings and manifest my
and it's
faith.
a private school, as you said. It doesn't belong to any
denomination.
And maybe the person enrolled the kid there because he knows it's a private school, and then his or her child is not going to be infringed upon his right. Let's see what is happening. Because he got married to
someone who belongs to another denomination.
To the larger
she just changed. She's not wearing earrings, so
everyone should wear
earrings.
It happens a lot.
Could you also say, because it affects individual, how do you see the emotional part of it?
Yeah, it causes emotional trauma, I would say, because you see, if you are not getting people to see how you feel, you are not feeling it, and they don't know what is wrong with you. So I don't know, but you feel, it makes you feel
alienated.
Yes, alienated, alone from the society you belong in. And then this is affecting a lot of people. That even ends them up in denying whatever they were doing. Being it these earrings you're talking about, being it putting on the veil, being it wearing a long dress or something. See, when, let's say, with the school she's talking about, you guys were talking about with this earring thing, because the person wears the earring and it was normal to her since birth that earrings, we wear earrings, and you've denied the person of doing that. You see, so even if the person could wear from that stage to the other stage, if he or she gets there, she feels not wearing the earring becomes normal and it becomes a part of her.
Exactly.
So
you've changed the person's orientation now.
Yes, where she belongs.
And I'm also looking at it from the point of like hurting the person. Okay. At that moment that you go like, okay, no, you cannot do this thing here. You've created a void in the person.
Yeah.
And we all have different ways of reacting or responding to how people treat us. The case of the Muslim woman quickly finds its place here. Would you say that just being a Muslim, you meet some form of discrimination as you go along?
Yes.
A lot. In fact, I didn't realize some until this program came up. That was actually being discriminated against.
When you started,
Me myself, I didn't even know. And then it's so funny. I can't remember when I went to University of Ghana level 100, I put on my veil and then I think I was scuffing it, wearing it like this. It wasn't quite comfortable, so I was scuffing it. And a friend went like, hey, so you are wearing this to class? And I said, yes. Why? What is wrong with it? Are you sure? Can you do this? It's like, you're making this look as if it's an obstacle or it's not acceptable. Why? Isn't it allowed here? Oh, yeah, you have your freedom, but you see, it's quite weird. This is what the person said. And I really felt bad.
Way of discriminating against someone, and it's so common and so pervasive. Almost, it comes because I quite remember someone asked me, "Are you not feeling warm? Why do you want to wear the veil?" And it brings in the angle of the ignorance. Because probably the person knows what the veil means to you, the person will appreciate it. But Sister May Sarah, do you have an experience that you want to share?
Okay, I have an experience when it comes to salat.
Okay.
Back in SHS, I used to perform salat like 5 times. Not like really, I don't get it to perform it on like 5 times. I try, but like sometimes I combined the Zuhur and Asr and the Maghrib and Isha. Because of the time and prep and other stuff. But when
people can relate. We have to forgive us. Help us to do it as it's supposed to be done, inshallah.
So I got one of my juniors asking me, Sister May Sarah, why do you always pray? Like, you're praying too much. Like, you're always performing ablution, praying. When you come back from class, you're praying. When you come up for prayer, I was like, yes, we pray 5 times. And I don't even pray 5 times because I don't get the time to do it. And I've even made it 3, I'm complaining. If I made it 5, would you
if
be
they
comfortable?
knew where we were coming from, that it was reduced from some number to 5. They are pretending that we are privileged to be doing the 5.
It's so merciful upon us. So the 5,
even the 5
less is more.
We're supposed to be doing more than the 5. You can't fast, so let's maintain the 5. But that said, how do you say, like, would you say it's very common, like, to get discriminated, and what could be the dire consequences if someone does that to any individual?
You see, as I was saying, this the veil thing, if I wasn't strong in my faith, I would have stopped putting on the veil, because over 90% of the crowd I meet in class, from room to class, everybody doesn't wear veil. And you're the only person wearing veil. And the roommate of mine told me it's weird. So
like
it's weird. And you're walking and without a faith, you feel it's like I've been exempted from these people. And I'm sure if the person didn't tell me that, I would have felt okay to go to class. But because she said that, it made me feel
conscious of it.
Yes. Yes. So I was walking and I was looking around, I got to class and I was still looking around, I was like, so am I the only Muslim in class?
Impossible.
Impossible. No. It's not possible.
Let's go and get the list, the class list. Check it out.
Unfortunately, I met other Muslims, and this thing could have made me
It could have even affected your
Yes,
studies. Because now, instead of concentrating on your studies, you're concentrating on your appearance.
On my appearance. So one thing I tried doing is I wanted to scarf the veil for it to look more as if it's great or something. Yeah, to match the people around. You see, and this was causing emotional trouble. The poor standard. You see, so it's not easy. It's not easy. Discrimination is no good. It's not good. And especially if you don't know about it, take it right from here. You might be saying something, but you don't know. You might be hurting the other party. So be careful of what you see.
Yeah. So, Sarah, the pervasiveness of it and how subtle it is, the extent to which someone can really get hurt with it. You can share some light on it.
Okay, so with that, I can even say, with what she was saying, the person can go to the extreme of quitting the faith. Like, as far as I've even seen a couple of people who have quit their faith just because of this kind of discrimination or these ways of discrimination. Though some of us wouldn't get hurt, some of us will feel normal because like it has been happened.
I feel very unique.
It has been
celebrating.
Yeah. It has made me feel this way. I don't know, but they've really helped me. In fact, now if I'm going out without a veil, I feel
something is missing.
There is something missing. And if I'm walking and I see a lot of people that, I'm the queen here.
Yes, you identify.
Yes, the girl in veil.
Yes, the girl.
The lady in veil.
So you were saying?
Okay, so like the person could go to the extreme of quitting their faith, and even I having some friends around me who have quit their faith, because the thing is, if you don't have much knowledge about your faith or like other, not only in our faith, there are other areas where if you don't have much knowledge and you're not equipped and other stuff, you might even like feel they are very different. As a matter of fact, you just quit or you just leave the kind of place that you felt was good for you.
So like, discrimination makes someone even think of taking his or her own.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's almost like bullying.
Yes. And I think even cyberbullying.
Yes.
Cyberbullying can be like one form of discrimination. It falls under it because going online, seeing people creating videos with all kind of like makeups on, dresses and other stuff, you feel you have nothing. Like you make your own video, you feel like I'm dumb. I don't have anything. My background is not good. My house is not looking nice. I can't create a video, and you can even feel like, oh, you're not anywhere. Like you've not gotten anywhere. That feeling can make you like can let you down and make you feel like you are useless in this world. So like you don't belong.
And as humans, we are created to belong.
Yeah.
My even concern is, what if someone looks at the veil and just deny someone of a very needed help that could save the person?
Yeah. I quite remember. Recently there was a television show I watched, and in their auditions, a Muslim lady came in a veil, and after she did everything, in fact, the judges sat down to say this girl was really good, but because she was in veil, she wasn't accepted.
They came back denying that thing didn't happen. It's never happened, and that she wasn't the best. There were other people.
The girl was the best among all of them.
It could, my problem is, it could be that maybe she wasn't the best.
Yeah.
But for the fact that 50% of the conversation
when her audition was concentrated on the veil. Yeah. Because they asked there.
It would be difficult for me not to think that was the reason why you kicked me out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you made her know with a veil on, she can't qualify.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, then the other angle that what it was the business being there, that's another topic for another day. We'll need to wrap up. But obviously, we haven't finished exhausting our questions. We'll come back with the continuing part, but just for us to go, just your thoughts on what we have discussed so far.
Okay, so for those who are discriminating without knowing, all I'm going to ask you to is like, be careful of what you say. You might be hurting the other party. And those who are getting discriminated against, I'm telling you, don't go down. Stand up and see you are unique. Because if you weren't unique, the person recognized what you were doing and said this is odd. So that makes you unique. So don't worry, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Sarah.
So my final words. Sometimes you feel you're discriminating, or like sometimes when people know they are discriminating among others, you doing that, not all of them are you hurting, not all of us you are hurting. You are making some of us feel like, yes, we are unique. Some of us feel like, yes, we have a spectacular character somewhere or some. So like, it's not good for you to keep it, like drop it. But then, like, desist from that. It's just simple, just desist from that. Okay.
From that. And I'll take the desist from that because as we're reading about discrimination, I found another meaning for the word, and it was narrow-mindedness. So if you discriminate against someone, for some reason, it means you are showing that you are limited in scope when it comes to knowledge and experience. Your intellectual capabilities are somehow shrunk in size, basically. That's like probably you are exhibiting certain traits that are not considered as, civil, to the extent that whatever that you're doing is making someone feel hurt, someone feel unworthy, to the extent that some people can even take their lives. That brings me to the end of this discussion, and I just want to leave us with this, that in as much as it's infringement of people's rights, I also want us to look at the godly factor. If we are all creations of God, we are all creations of Allah, red, blue, black, green, whatever it is, if you discriminate against another human being on any ground, what you have actually said is that you are not interested in this creation of Allah. It is a sin, and for me, I think it's something that we should all look at and try to avoid. Sister Muhammad Ando and Sister Mason, I'm grateful for your presence here, and thank you for sharing your experiences and your knowledge. And I believe all the viewers, everybody has enjoyed it, and we are all blessed with it. Let's do this again, same time, same place, on the Cover Up show designed to demystify the personality of the Muslim woman, giving her a voice and celebrating her. Remember to comment, like, and share our videos. Visit our page on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and remember to hit the notification bell. Jazakumullah. May Allah be with us all. I'm Rahman Wassim.